Yes, sir. We're live. The Echo. There we go. Another show, 5 to 6. Balling with RiCH. Being active, living life, ignoring negativity. And we're back with show number 25. 25, staying alive. Going back. But today I have a great show. Before I start, I want to thank my show last week. I want to thank Monterey Perry and Annie Austin for coming in. Great show. I'm still getting response from them. And today we have a show number 25, which we will be talking about friendships, all kind of friendships. And I got the two perfect people to be in the studio with me. Growing up, one of my favorite movies, when I saw this movie, it really connected with me because I was like, oh my God, I've met brothers on so many different levels that I could be the three guys that was in the movie, and that was just me. And I thank God that he got a chance for me to connect all levels in life with some guys like that. And it's funny. And I love brotherhood. You know, I always had two sisters, older and younger sister, and it's good to find some friends. They're friends and then brothers. They're brothers for life. And let me go ahead and introduce you to one of them right here. This guy right here, man, we go way back. Woo! Since I don't even want to tell, but it's good to see him. We reconnected a couple years ago, and it seemed like we just never missed a beat. And I want to introduce you to him right now. Mr. Ken Robinson is in the house. What's up, Ken?
What's good, Rick?
All right, Ken. All right, you should have brought that trumpet, man. We could have had a trumpet battle today, man. You know we could have,
And let it start.
Yeah, see, here we go. Yeah, he always teased me about the trumpet, when I first got into, playing the instruments, I used to play the violin. But when I got further on, I said I wanted to get something real jazzy. So I got on that trumpet, and me and Ken, we started together, and he was fifth trumpet. No, Ken. He was doing his thing on first trumpet. He's been first trumpet ever since we started. Even though I started third. But Ken, it's good to have you, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm
good to see you, bro.
Here, man. It's good to see all of y'all. So. I mean, it's a great thing to always just reconnect with the brotherhood. And like Richard said, see, he's scared to show his age. So
no, I'm not.
We go back 40 plus years, and that's what you
it.
call a real brotherhood.
All right. You can say that. So, I ain't scared about telling my age. I was just,
So it's always, from Parkman to Rudderman, we been there, done that. And like he said, we just, never, just didn't connect. We always stayed, in touch with each other, and I'm just glad to be here.
All right, good to have you, bro. So how's it been going, man? How's it been going?
It's been going good. I'm blessed, brother. So working, I have no complaints whatsoever, man. Now we gonna touch on this trumpet for a bit.
He want to talk about the trumpet real quick. I'm about to ask him a question, but go ahead and talk about the trumpet.
He opened Pandora box, Back when we got in Rudderman, we all decided, because we were all in the same class, of course, it was like we was in the same class starting from elementary. Junior high school.
Second grade,
so we all just kind of decided to take on a hobby of, playing the instrument. So I picked the trumpet. Richard decides to pick the trumpet for some reason. And our other partner over here, we'll let him say what he played.
Yeah.
I started off, I learned a little quicker than Rich, but he was doing his thing, but I held first seat. Sorry for the newsbreaker.
The teacher felt sorry for him, y'all. Band teacher felt sorry for him. So let's give Ken first trumpet. He even came to me one day. I said, you know what? I'll take third just for him to take first. Just to satisfy. Yay.
All the hating right now. You know what I mean? It's cool, though. It's cool. See, we going to kick, as they say, some pro-Donald Trump facts.
Uh-oh.
So we going to make sure that we get facts.
Well, if he talk about pro-Donald Trump facts, them lies. So, hey. So he talk about kicking the lies today, y'all.
Right.
Can't come here and talk kicking the lies.
You didn't let me finish, man.
Go ahead, finish.
Say, because Richard played first trumpet, so, but I think that was just Mr. Pitts, and rest in heaven, Mr. Pitts. He's a great instrumental instructor. But I just think that, he felt sorry for Rich. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit you next to Ken. Just make sure you just pay attention to what he's doing.
Let him rub off on you.
So, yeah. And of course, by the end of the 6th grade year, he went from 3rd. He went to almost a drummer boy.
Okay.
Then he went to pretty much holding up the Pomerantz for the cheerleaders. Then he became the flag boy.
Right.
So, I begged
this guy got some good jokes. And that's, and you know,
That's who he is.
And you know what? That's the one thing about Ken that I always loved since I met him. This was the guy. I'm serious. From beginning, I never heard anybody that could crack a joke on somebody and I'm like, he the man. I'm gonna get into that later on about something about that, Ken. But let me go ahead and introduce you to my next guest. Now, my next guest here, man, we've been in so many activities together. And we go way back 45 years. This guy, you talk about a guy that can sing. You put the A next to it, sang, not sing. This guy right here. And just growing up with him and going to school with him, it was just a pleasure. My brother, friend for life. Let me introduce you to Mr. Kyle Kennedy is in the house.
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Hey, Kyle! I used to hear them girls always calling his name all the time. I'm like, I used to get jealous. Kyle! Probably just because he could sing, Ken. That's what it was. That's all it was.
And one dang, I couldn't look good. I mean, what's the problem? I wasn't cute or nothing. Just because I can sing.
All right. How's it going today, bro? How's it going?
No complaints at all, for real.
All right, man. It's good to see you, man. Real good to see you.
Glad you put us on finally.
Oh, yeah, man. He said finally.
You've been tagging us for for how many years you been on?
I've been on for just 6 months. Well, myself, I've been on for about 6-7 months now.
That's about a year and a half. You've been tagging us in your posts and stuff. We've been meeting up, this, that, and the other. So watch the show, this, that, But I enjoy each one that I do watch. You're doing a good job.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. But like I said, Kyle, man, just let the people know a little bit about you, man. Like, especially with your singing, man. Yeah, man, you've been with some greats, man. Seriously, this guy's been with some greats, man. Just let the people know about your singing.
Man, shoot. I've been singing since for real, like preschool. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the first thing I remember about singing, like once, twice, 3 times a lady. That's the first song I think I recall singing.
Wow, really?
That was we was probably like 4, 5, if that age or whatever. But then ever since then, that's all I do really. That's all I really do is just sing. Right now I'm just at the church.
Okay, cool.
Minister of music over at Judah Tabernacle.
All right, shout out to Judah. Yes, sir.
That's it, Bishop Cedric A. Robinson.
All right,
Newly elected, newly appointed.
All right.
Right now that's all I'm doing, like singing and working with the choir, working with musicians, this, that, and the other. Not really doing I used to do plays and stuff, as like you did as well.
Okay.
Do musicals, this, that, and the other, but it's I've been kind of low with it.
Kind of low? Gotcha.
Chilling out for a minute. I thought it was called rest, but,
just chilling. I call it chilling out. Okay.
Chilling out.
Okay.
I was like that term, yeah.
All right, man. It's good to see Kyle. One thing I definitely got to say about him real quick. One memories I will never, ever, ever, ever forget, man.
Don't do it.
We were in Glee Club.
Don't do it.
Christmas concert.
Don't do it.
He played Santa Claus. On roller skates, y'all.
That's it, baby.
Singing Jingo, Jango, Jingo.
I had skills, baby.
The musician, he played the song. Now we did 2 shows that day. The first show, it was cool. Second show, I guess Kyle got too bumped. Musician came playing it. Kyle came rolling out. Jingo, Jango, and he rolled across that stage, and I thought we was going. Oh man,
I was hyped, Doc. I was practicing, Doc. I was practicing too hard, I guess.
He rolled out on the stage, y'all. I was like, oh my God. I thought that was it, man.
But I still kept singing though, didn't
But he kept singing. He sure did.
That's a job. That's what you're supposed to do.
Got up and roller skated a little bit. Even did a turn, y'all. I was like, this guy here, he's showing them.
That's basement skating, Doc. Basement skating teach you how to skate better than any roller rink.
But Kyle, like back then, like a lot of kids now, they be feeling like they just so entitled of being in certain little things or whatever. Oh, yeah. How did it feel back then? Because remember, we auditioned for that stuff, and then the see the next day your name on the list of making it. How did that feel back then? Because it was like
my thing is, today, I guess if you call it talent or whatever, how you look at it as, I don't necessarily view myself as like being the best of anything. Gotcha. So it's just like if I got it, it was like bet okay. Now what I'm supposed to do with it? You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, once I got it, I'm saying I'm gonna try to give it my all, that's what I'm supposed to do. So,
all right,
it felt good when I got it.
Oh, I hear you.
As far as rehearsal is concerned, though, that's a different story.
Yeah. They had us as little kids out there. We would still up that school.
I'm trying to tell
That's
you.
why they should rename that school with Parkman, Ken, Richard, Kyle, Elementary.
Right. Okay. What they gonna do?
But you know what? I really enjoyed when I look back. I really enjoyed those moments at Parkman Elementary. Parkman Elementary. I wouldn't trade them moments for nothing, man. Seriously.
Even the outside activities.
Watch out.
You know, Richard leading us to Burger King.
We gonna talk
going
about
to
that real quick.
Kyra store, Kid store, penny candy.
They try to say I was the bad one. They try to make me seem like I was the one. Hold on, Ken.
Let's go outside.
I want to ask you a nice question.
Nice. Okay. Nice. Come on with it, brother.
No, real quick. When you think of friendship, what's the first thing come to your mind? What is your definition of friendship, or someone just being a true friend, or just friends in general? What do you think of? What comes to your mind?
Like any relationship, in my opinion, you know, is commitment, dedication, security, because I don't think that just necessarily falls on, you know, if you with a female spouse, you know, because I'm committed to, you know, making sure that when you have your down times, I'm there for you. I'm dedicated to being there whenever you need me, and I'm going to provide that security to let you know that, you know, I'm not going to talk about you behind your back. You know, I'm going to lift you up, hold your head high. And I think that, you know, when you look at friendship, I think one of the elements that actually kind of people lose sight on is, you know, constructive criticism.
Gotcha.
And I'm doing it from a place of love. If you're doing something wrong, I'm not going to do it openly. You know, I'm going to pull you to the side. Hey, look, you know, Rich, you a third trumpet, not a first trumpet. So, brother, look, you know. You know, but seriously, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I think that kind of gets lost when you talk about friendship. Because, you know, some people, it's kind of like that dotted line, you know, boundaries. You know, we don't cross those boundaries. And some people are weak-minded to not accept constructive criticism. But if you're doing it out of a place of love, you know, like, I'm looking like, hey, he doing that to make sure that I don't, you know, screw up again. Or, you know, especially from me from a spiritual aspect.
You know, go ahead and say that. Go ahead with the spiritual aspect. Go ahead, bro.
You know, so make sure, if I'm screwing up somewhere, if I'm wrong, you know, hey, tell me, you know, because I know it's coming from a good place and not a bad place. So that's my definition.
That's what I'm talking about.
Friendship.
Yeah, see, that's why he got D- in school. But I'm just messing. Ken always brought home the good stuff. Yeah, definitely the A's, the B's. We'll let that slide. Right. No, I'm just joking. But I love that definition, though, bro. Yeah. I love it, though. Seriously, Kyle, what is your definition of friend?
Actually, I like Ken's definition as well. Well, I call him Kiyata. I don't care what nobody says. That's his name, so that's what I'm calling him. Exactly.
See, you can't.
That's your name, so that's what I'm gonna call it.
See, you should have told my engineer to get him the walk for that. You should have told my engineer to get him the walk, but that's okay.
I don't care. So, no. Just to add on to what he was saying, though, because I agree with everything that he did say. Only thing I'm gonna add is like loyalty.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like even with us, with the three of us, we don't be around. We're not around each other every day. We're not around each other often. But then at the time when we do come around each other,
we never
like we never left each other. To me, that's a loyal friend. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I think loyalty is actually a part of it as well.
Exactly.
Okay, hold that. We got a caller. Caller, you're on the air.
What up, my man, Rich?
Hey, what's going on? Who is this speaking? I know that voice. Who's this?
This Steve out here in Phoenix.
My boy Steve. I knew. Hey, what's going on, bro? Hey, this when I talked about that movie, The Wood. This is another one of the brothers here, man. Steve Johnson, man. I'm telling you, that's my brother there. How's it going, man?
All is well.
Man,
I'm up here watching the show. I see y'all on the topic of real friends.
Okay.
I had to let everybody know you've been my man since like the 80s, man.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Over 25 years, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, man. Yes.
Been guy since day one, and I'm glad to have you as a friend, man.
Man, same here, man. I'm telling you.
We don't get them like you all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, when we moved, because I grew up on Wickham. And I met Steve on Kentucky. We moved to Kentucky, and I thought my world was lost because that's when I left.
Right.
Because I left Rudham and everything.
Yeah, right.
And I get to Kentucky, and Steve and my brother, shout out to Rozzy, Oliver Henderson. Them were my two new guys that just kept me going or whatever. And Steve, shout out to his mom, Cynthia. I'm just man, brother for life. That's another one right there, man. It's so good to have you, man. And I thank you for always just supporting the show, man.
No doubt. No, and I see you got Uncle on the show, man. First time I saw him on like he was doing his thing, spitting his bars, man, and he just came up last time I saw him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. But like I said, man, shout out to you, and man, I just thank God for you. And one more thing, man, I ain't gonna try to embarrass you real quick, Steve. This is the one thing. You know, I never had a fight in my life. Never had a fight. But I swung on somebody one time in my life, and that was the guy right there, Steve. And it was so funny. Remember that, Steve? That time we was walking to the store, and I think the guy egged it on. He was like, "Yeah, man, stop Richard from going in there." And Steve kept getting in front of me, like, "Steve, man, I got to go to the store." He kept getting in front of me, and I was like, "Steve, stop, man!" And he kept doing it. So I dropped my bag, and Steve had to smile his face. So I just went back and wow.
Yeah.
You remember that, Steve?
I remember that shit like it was yesterday. And that's the crazy thing about it. Like we went through all that, and still like
and still were the close, man. Because when we got back to the house, and he told his mom was like, "Well, why did you do that?"
You surprised I did that shit.
Yeah, I remember that. And after that, man, we like I said, we were friends before, but we was definitely still friends. And you know, that's one thing that I think that's really missing today, man. People, they think when they get into an incident with friends or anybody, man, the first thing they want to do go pick up a gun. They want to go shoot somebody. They want to go get a crew to beat up somebody, to kill somebody, man. And that's not it. That's not it.
That's never the answer.
Yeah.
But that right there, like you said, that brought back a lot of memories.
Yeah.
That's true for you. You know what I'm saying? You had your ups and downs. At the end of the day, I mean, you know, that's what brings y'all together. You know what I'm saying? Able to get through stuff like that.
All right. But thanks a lot, Steve. And, man, when you come in town, man, you let me know, man, because I want you on the show, man. But thank you for calling, man. I really appreciate you, man, for real. From the bottom of my heart, appreciate you, bro.
No doubt. God bless y'all.
All right. Take it easy, man. All right, that was Steve. Yeah, that was a brother. Like I said, that was
have been really upset.
Right. You know me.
On somebody. Richard has never
exactly. I portrayed a true. I portrayed a true Aquarius on that. In that that's one thing. You know what? I'm not really into the science, but that's one thing about the Aquarius I did learn. You keep pushing an Aquarius, you better stop pushing them, because I'm telling you, when you push Aquarius to their last limit, you in trouble.
That brother got a lot of practice swatting flies in his days as a kid, so you know.
Listen to him.
I mean, and that's not to say, you know, he wasn't no punk or anything. I mean, he just kept himself away from trouble.
Yeah, I mean, that was just me.
You don't put yourself in those situations, and you know, we weren't the type to start issues and you know, be the.
But we didn't even have issues with each other. I can't even call issues with you now. I don't know if there's a lot.
Well.
What you got? That's gonna be between y'all two, because I ain't in it. But go ahead.
This is no, this ain't me and you.
I'm out of it.
It ain't me.
I was mad at Kyle in the 6th grade.
For what?
And I remember this.
Okay.
I wasn't over some girl.
Oh, okay.
And he probably won't remember, but I remember it. Because, like, you know, when you set this up, I was thinking, like, man, have we ever had a quarrel or anything? So we went in the cafeteria, and you were sitting on the opposite side of the table. You know how Rudderman cafeteria was. Everybody had to walk around. So
keep going.
And I forget what we were specifically talking about, but it was you, I think, Tarlise Jones was sitting next to you.
I knew that name was going to come up.
Yeah, I think Dante sat next to her. William Hall was sitting on the side of me. And I don't know exactly what we had a disagreement about. But we had some words, you know, with each other.
Here making up stuff.
No, that's honest. That's honest to God's truth. And I was like, you know, well, man, you know, so we kind of got quiet with each other for about 15 minutes. But once again, this is where friendship perseveres, you know.
15 minutes, that's right.
And 15 minutes, so afterwards, I'm sitting there upset. Don't even want to talk to Kyle. And then he looked at me. He was like, hey, you want this chocolate milk? And I looked at him. I was like, yeah, thanks a lot, man. And after that, it was like it never happened.
It was like it never happened.
It was like it never happened. And so, so from that point, like he said, it is no other issues we ever had with each other, you know. I mean, you can disagree in love, but it don't have to be from a bad place.
There you go.
It really don't.
And that's the one good thing definitely to teach a lot of young people these days or whatever, you know. And you don't make it so bad sometimes. Sometimes the young people, don't go into the situation wanting to be that way, but the parent will egg it on.
Right.
Oh, you don't know. You gonna beat his behind, blah, 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 blah. I mean, like back in the day, my father, he would definitely say, well, if somebody hit you, definitely, hit him back, but he didn't say it like in a way where, go kick, whatever, blah, blah, But
and the thing is that I'm one of those guys that's in favor of, as like I like to say, parental capital punishment. Because a lot of discipline that's left in the kids nowadays' lives, it is really missing, and it shows. Because you got parents that's smoking weed and drinking with 16 and 17-year-olds, man. I mean, I'm just gonna call it like it is. That's just irresponsible, as a parent.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, we got too many broken homes as it is, with no fathers being there, and even absent fathers, and there can be fathers in the house as absent still, right? So those are the guys that, okay, I go to work, I pay the bills, but if you're not really, applying your time to nurture your wife and, make sure your kids seeing that example of that leader of the house. You're an absent parent sitting there playing PlayStation 4 and 5 and Xbox 360 all day. Just don't cut it because you pay bills.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
With the generation now, I mean, we stay prayerful.
Still got some good kids in the generation those doing that. But still those that need that little guidance, they need it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they need to see those leaders. And it's just, as they say, real men need to really just step up. And it takes nothing away from these single moms, because I applaud you for doing the best you can do under the circumstances. But we need real men to really just continue to be by example and
step up,
get these kids back in line. But like I say, these parents, I don't care. We got our butts beat. We got our butts beat, and it worked. Man, we came out good, So exactly, but they need to. I don't even in well, I ain't gonna say school. I ain't gonna say school because some of these people crazy.
Kyle, you really wanted to mention that situation about the Burger King. Could you let them know? You know what?
All I know
before you say that real quick. Kyle, we are the ones that started that leaving school, going to lunch thing. We started this. Yeah. Go ahead, Kyle. Tell them about it. Go ahead.
Just what they tell us to line up for lunch. If you go home, you either go home or you go to the lunchroom. So we're going to get the go home line, knowing none of us are supposed to go home to go to lunch, right? So then, therefore, let me add this on to it before we go. When we went to Burger King, you realize I always had to stop at the house, right?
He sure did.
Because I ain't had no money. So if I had to go steal some money out, it wasn't stealing because I didn't ask.
I was like, I said, Ken, I ain't paying for him today, man. He got to stop home and get some money, man.
I ain't never asked y'all to pay for me, but if y'all would have, I would have ate it. But they had to go home and get because we only went like when the burgers was like a quarter or something like that. Like
the 99 cents,
yeah.
Whoppers was 99 cents, so.
Right.
But we've been quite a few times, so it was a quarter a lot.
But the thing is, though, I don't even think y'all realize my neighbor down the street worked at Burger King.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
I was chancing it every time we went up there. What y'all gotta do is call my sister and be like,
Miss Kennedy?
Exactly. Kyle up here.
Remember
that? Supposed to be in school.
Do y'all remember that one time? I remember y'all laughed at me so hard. Remember that one time we was up there and wasn't supposed to be, and Ken was like, "Rich, that look like your mom." She was out there, and I jumped, and they were just laughing. I was sitting up there. The girl was at the thing like, "Can I help you?" And I was at the counter with my head down, like, "I just want a cheeseburger." I was so scared, man. I said, "Oh my God, I'm not supposed to be here," but yeah,
with his safety belt and all.
Right, exactly.
Captain of the safety patrol, y'all.
And I was the lieutenant.
He was lieutenant. Yeah,
I had to threaten Richard too to give me that lieutenant position.
I'm not trying to be funny, but do they still? I don't see that. I mean, even schools in certain schools, do they still?
They got people with the signs now.
They just have signs now.
They got patrol people.
And like at my son's school, rather, he's a safety, but all he does is just go open up the doors, make sure all the kids exit, and that's it. So
oh man,
they've made that to a full-time job.
But I don't know why they trusted me though, because every time I got on my post, I just left. I was like, man, it's early.
You know what, man? I'm glad. Even though
if you can't walk across the street, what I'm supposed to do? I can't help you with that.
It'd be no other people coming. Kyle like, I'm gone. I'm supposed to give him the signal like, Kyle, you can leave, or Lieutenant here. Kyle just, just like a classic worker, y'all. You know how they be.
And Kyle used to try to go like about 3 blocks down where it was less traffic.
I was on
you further down.
Come on now,
exactly.
Nobody's
going to press or doggone Greenfield.
But I was on what? Wickham and McKenzie.
It was nobody. He might cross 2 kids.
Exactly. So why would I say that's
so
that's
really, me and Rich, man.
I got on safety patrol to get out of school early.
Like, oh, he off the poster. We still up here, arms out, walk.
Robson and McKenzie.
Call
We
when y'all
with
gone.
the traffic.
Exactly.
Gotta make sure kids ain't getting just got gone.
But you know what? Going back real quick during that time, because like I said, we definitely Parkman, and we were half Rudderman, and that's when I left Rudderman, like in the middle of the 6th grade, because we had moved and everything, and I was broken, man, during that time, because I was, when you growing up with folks that you just, not just you guys, but other people, Kim Williams, other people in school that we always hung around with, Sheila, Shalila Young, Kim Williams, all them, and just going to another different environment, was just like, oh my God, or whatever. But like I said, I got a chance to meet Steve and Oliver, I thought that was the phone there, but then went on from there. And then remember that time I saw you guys at the we always go to the symphony. The orchestra.
Right.
And remember, y'all teased me because remember before I left, I used to have this little thing for Tarlise Jones. And remember, that was during the days getting a girl's phone number. You were geeked. I mean, it was the biggest thing in the world to get a girl's phone. When you got a girl, you was like, I am the man, boy. But Tarlise, you remember she was thinking about giving me her number, and I got it some kind of way. And remember we was at a symphony, and Ken, first voice I heard, oh, Richard Tarlise, go get you. Richard Tarlise about to get you. I was like, oh my God. Look, I'm in another school because I went to Drew Middle School. Shout out to the Panthers, Drew, and
So it's obvious to see, when you label the three of us who is who. Richard was the quiet one.
That's it.
We gonna be honest. I'll be honest.
I just watch out that y'all do it. I was a good one.
He got us in trouble, but he was quiet about it.
You sounded just like my friend that was on the shit.
And that's just fact.
2 people that said it.
Kyle was the entertainer.
Kyle entertainer.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I used to be jealous. This guy used to sing like that.
Yeah,
he was man. I
could never do a job without a sing.
Every single concert they had this guy singing. Every single one. They did.
Seriously. Kyle, I don't want to put you on the spot. Do you mind hitting a note? Just get just a little something. I'm serious.
Sometimes you just listen to God and he tell you what's gonna happen.
Something, anything in your mind right now. Just
introducing Luther Vandross.
Yes,
that's your name. Don't nobody else.
Can you give him just a little something? Go ahead, man.
It's so sweet to trust in Jesus, just to take him at his word. Just to rest upon his promise, just to know thus saith the Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, there it is. All right, Kyle.
There it is.
All right. See, you lucky. I should throw a challenge to you right now.
You can do that, but I get paid to sing.
I do too. If I hit me a note right now, I'll have some people like Rich sign his contract right now. So
what's up, dude?
No, just joking.
Oh no, Rich used to hit them notes.
Oh yeah, we all used to be there. Exactly.
Miss
Kayeski.
And we had to do that summer.
The musical.
The musical. We all had the shirts on with the skeletons and all that on it, the green. And I got you got to remember this because I got kicked off the stage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got kicked off the stage.
You know what? The first guy to use the N-word.
Right, yeah.
Remember,
really?
Yeah.
Really? Y'all going to put me on?
We just telling the truth. Remember that part? The part said, there's yellow nuggets in the hills. Yellow nuggets. And he got Kyle going around. Y'all should say, there's yellow nuggets. We was like, see?
Kids said,
and they talk about I was the bad one. Look at that.
You was the bad one.
No, I was the comedian out the crew.
Yeah,
it's obvious. But yeah, I did. Exactly. I tried to blame it on Kimani Sims.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Kimani Sims. And
he thought he was bad.
He was right next to him. Yeah, and I said that, and Miss Kayeski, whatever her name was, she came up. Them fingers pointed like, get off that stage. Get off that stage. I was like, what do I do?
When we performed it, I said, man, if Ken say that real word, we in trouble.
Yeah, that wasn't a wise choice.
We'll let you go down by yourself on that one.
Yeah,
we still love you.
Yeah. See my brother in the arms, they left me hanging.
Exactly. Like, who?
No, but that was just... It wasn't wise. Because afterwards, I couldn't get no more musicals after that. I don't think...
No, I think your career. You was blackballed after that.
Yeah.
You didn't do the band? You didn't do it with the band?
I played the band, of course, but doing that musical for her class specifically because it was just for us. You know. Yeah.
Now, Ken, did you go to Cody or McKenzie? You went to
the first couple years. Well, I went to Cody when I got in the 9th grade for about a month.
Okay.
And me. I'm always the type, I just want something different.
Okay.
You know, so I end up transferring from Cody, and I went to Murray and Wright for 2 years.
Okay. Oh, did you? I didn't even know that. I never knew that.
Yeah,
Wow.
as they known it back in the day, Murder Wright, you know. So, you know, but I mean, hey, I had a lot of, you know, good times in Murray. Murray was
right.
Okay. Had to come back. You know, because my mother ended up, we stayed on Chicago and Press at the time, and then we ended up moving, you know, to my grandmother's house way on 7 Mile. So I was actually catching a bus and coming way out and staying on John house, you know, to go to school from out there, you know. But I had some great times in Murray, you know.
That's
so
cool. I
went back to Cody and kind of reunited, seeing Kyle again.
Right. Yeah.
Came like, what's tears in my eyes because I didn't want to come back, you know. But, you know, but yeah. And he was even popular in Cody.
I'm pretty sure.
You know, what's that?
I'm pretty sure he did. And they would go, oh, Kyle.
What would I do?
That make me bad.
Do it again. What would I do, Rich?
Kyle.
And I know Mr. Vandross thing came from there. So you and Kid work that together. I got you. All right.
Go, Kyle.
I have secret means about
That's
it.
why I'm kind of glad when rapping came, Ken, that we started doing it. Yeah, y'all.
I was beatboxing.
Well, wait,
remember, hold on. The time that we got robbed, remember during the audition for the talent show?
Yeah,
they robbed us.
We rehearsed everything.
They robbed. We would have been the original next New Edition, y'all.
That's what I was scared of Kid Brother, though. That's what I was scared of Kid Brother, because I ain't never seen him before. I was just like, I'm about to go over that man's house. You crazy?
Yeah,
man. Sure did.
Look, I was just like, nope, we straight.
I introduced him like, that's my brother Kyle. I'm telling my brother that's my friend Kyle, and he just looking like,
I'm like, nope, that's too big.
I'm not going. No, I don't want to go over there. Nope.
Right, because even Miss Bobby, she let us rehearse in class.
Yeah,
we had to show what
she
we
sure did. Miss Fonby, I think Miss Fonby had a little crush on you, Kyle. Because she always be.
I ain't had no problem with that.
Man, you know, we was acting.
Remember this was the 80s. Look, it wasn't going down in the 80s. At least we didn't know about it.
Remember the little TV show? Remember the little TV show that the couple schools used to go on and compete? Remember that?
Yeah.
I wanted to go in there so bad. She picked Kyle over me, man. I was so bad. She said, "Who I want to call?" She was, no, I think Kyle'll do better. I was like, Miss Fonby, I ain't really get along with her.
I don't know where you was living there, Rich. I don't know. I don't remember none of that.
You remember the show?
I remember the show, but I don't remember everything you just said, though. As far as let me pick Kyle up.
Yeah, she did.
You was the class pet, brother.
What is
that?
Oh, I gotta be hot.
You know,
class
hold on.
pet? I thought it was called teacher's pet.
And also be noted, we was the honor class, you know,
Right,
from
that's
6th,
it.
7th, and 8th grade. It was only like, 6 or 7 boys in our class each year, you know, and then it was
I wasn't complaining.
20-something.
Right. We did have to find out.
But it is kind of bad when all you hear is, oh, Kyle, Kyle.
The entertainer.
I ain't come on here to get ragged, dog. I'm about to walk off.
Anybody out there, y'all have to excuse us. Like I said, when we get together, this is just normal for us. I'm sorry, y'all. This is just any questions out there or comments, give us a call 248-854-9850. A comment. Matter of fact, call. Give a shout out to your favorite, one of your favorite friends, or a situation, friendship that you had that's good or bad. You know, just give us a call. Ken, one thing I wanted to mention real quick about you, man. You, going back to when you said the king of the jokes. I definitely agree with that, and it's so funny. You know, when you gravitate with somebody that does that, and then you try to go along when you're in a different setting and you do it, man, you allow me, Ken, to become king of Camp Tall Turf, man. I will never forget that. Matter of fact, that's where I met well, let me go online first. Let me go to line. Shout out to my first best friend ever, Jomo Thomas. Yeah, you remember him? Jomo Thomas. Yeah, that was my first ever best friend. Yeah. When we lived, the first guy I ever met where we, hey, you know. That was my man there. But during this time here, I met my other best friend that came along. We went to camp, and Ken used to be the king of the roast jokes, y'all. This guy is the king of the roast jokes. I used to be like, I don't want Ken to cap on me, because he just... And I'll never forget the night at Camp Ken, this guy got us in trouble in our cabin, and they was all mad at him. They was like, let's cap on him, whatever. So they was all And so I was all, man, your roach is so bad they had to hire the 18 to get them out and all that. And back then that was funny, y'all.
Trying to steal my joke.
Yeah, I thought about you, and man, the whole cabin was cracking. I used your whole setup, and I met my best friend that night.
He showed the whole gig.
But one thing I was gonna say about that, how, you know, like in friendship, how important is it? I mean, especially when you're having a friend, and not that friend want to try to steal what you're doing, whatever, but to have a friend that really, you know, dig what you're doing, you know, and be like, look up to you in a certain way. Look up to you.
You know, it's. I can appreciate, you know, the compliment first, you know, but the true nature of friendship is being able to bounce off each other, I think, you know, and
that's
you're
what I did.
compatible in so many areas to where, you know, like this guy's, like I say, Kyle is, I mean, he sings and everything, and like I say, growing up and you being quiet, but we were really able in our little personal setting, man, like you said, because we didn't, you know, have no quarrels with one another. We were able to just, you know, you can laugh about something if I cap on you. He can laugh about something. Heck, y'all can say something about me. And I think just being able to, you know, to have so many things in common with each other, you know, and share those things, you know, like I said, even if you have a difference of opinion, that just comes with maturity as the older you get, you know, but being able to adapt, you know, to any individual, in my opinion, is the strength of any relationship or friendship. And, you know, like I say, with you guys, you know, I think for me personally, I've always learned just to be able to adapt to your environment. You know, so, you know, if you a guy that like to, you know, like you say, laugh or whatever, I'm going to crack jokes with you, you know. This guy like to, you know, sing or whatever. I'll come over here and motivate you to sing. You know, that's just, you know, who I am, and that's my character. You know, but for anybody, you know, I consider that a honor for any of my friends to even mention that they would look up to me, because you know, some of my friends I look up to and they don't even know it.
You
know,
that can
like
happen too.
Doing this podcast, you know, I mean, I can appreciate what you're doing right now.
Oh, thanks, bro.
You know,
I appreciate
really,
that.
And because our journeys might have went, you know, different paths and everything, but we all found the same, you know, path near the end. We all came together to know and understand that this is a unity that can never be broken.
That could never be broken. Definitely.
And one of the best things and best decisions I think that all three of us made is we all love Jesus.
Go ahead and preach, bro. You want to go ahead and preach now? Come on, man. Come on.
Simple as that, you know. I mean, it's no better decision that you can make in your life, you know. So
I hear you.
And more so than anything, with those teachings and following the word, you know. This is a bond that'll never be broke.
All right.
You know, like I said, when you called, I told you say less.
Oh yeah. When I knew you. You know, you was like, man, I'm there. You know.
You know, Kyle. Like I said, same thing. You know, it's nothing that I wouldn't try to do in my power. If you need it, hit me up. Hey,
that's cool. That's cool.
I'm there.
That's what I'm talking about. And he telling the truth. Kyle too. Same here. You know. But stop talking, Ken. We only got an hour show now. But I'm just messing with you. You know, that's how we are. We'll be serious, then we'll get into some kind of joke or something. That's just us. That's us. Yeah. No, man. I appreciate every word you just said, man. 100%, 1,000%. Seriously, 1,000%. I got to give a shout out. Like I said, this show really definitely was friendships, and like I said, I encountered during the years some guys, not many, but some guys that along my journey that just became like friends and just solid brothers. These two, they started off and still there. You know, that like he said, this one never ever be broken. Right. This one here. But I gotta give a shout out to when I left Steve and Oliver back in middle school, whatever. I went on. We moved, and I finished my middle school chapter here. Met two solid brothers again. I mean, solid brothers to keep in contact with them now, and they doing their thing too. I gotta give a shout out to Travis Carter and Parshay Matthews. And me and Parshay, we still, as of now, I don't know if you ever seen us doing karaoke. That's my karaoke guy there. Parshay, the karaoke king. We'll go to karaoke. Yeah, and it's so funny. We were kind of close in middle school, but it seemed like we came closer. Real closer now. You know, we real, you know, like I said, we was close, but I just want to give them a shout out because like I said, I guess, you know, as that journey went on, because, you know, we ain't had no Facebook and stuff like that. So it's kind of like we kind of lost contact with each other, whatever.
Right.
But it's so funny as that time went on, it was still Kyle, and Ken. I was still, and when I be in my different states, I remember I had a friend named Kyle. I remember I had a friend named Ken. We would do that always. My daughter even knows stories about us. She be sitting there laughing. Yeah. So I gotta give a shout out to them. And then this last one, I definitely gotta give a shout out to. Then I get to high school. Henry Ford. Two brothers, man. Like I said, that movie Wood. Oh my God, I gotta give a shout out to my brother. And to this day, me and him, that's my brother, Andre Kirkland and Darnell Zachary. Them guys, I was that middle guy that, man, come on, man, do this, that, whatever, you know, just like I am the middle guy here too, you know, Rich, you know. But I'm so glad for them and the Brothers for Life with them too. Going back to middle school, I can't forget this guy. Going back to middle school, I think you know this one guy. Going back to middle school when I first got to Drew, these two guys, Curtis Stove. I don't know if you know Curtis Stove and Shamir White. Shamir Rama White, they call him Shamir, but I got into the band back then at Drew, and them guys, and matter of fact, I had Kurt on my show a couple of months ago. Solid guys, you know, Brothers for Life. I just want to give a shout out to them. I just got to give a shout out to my brothers now. Right. I got, you know, just like I knew you guys met some solid brothers along the journey too, whatever. But like I say, even I've met so many brothers, so many that were solid. It's just something about Ken and Kyle that would just it's just, you know,
true brotherhood.
Yeah,
like
true brotherhood. You know, and touching on that, you're right. I mean, my circle is short.
Yeah,
like I say, you know, you guys are always, you know, you're impenetrable. Nobody can replace you guys as my day one boys from elementary school. You know, but definitely give a shout out to my boy John, of course, which both of you guys, right? That's my god brother.
That's my man there. Yes, John.
That's my ace right there. You know, my boy Harold.
Yeah, right. You know. Yeah, matter of fact, go ahead and give your shout outs to some people out there. While you at, go ahead and give some shout outs to some folks out there.
Know, those two guys is like, you know, like I say, that's just when I'm going through things, they there.
Okay.
You know, no questions asked. My other guy brother, Andre.
Andre,
John's younger brother.
Okay.
You know, so. And I ain't gonna be like Rich, you know, because I ain't got time to be sleeping on the couch. So I'm giving a shout out to my wife because I don't know if she's listening or not.
I give a shout out to my wife all the time. Don't even go there.
You know,
that's because she just pays and say, you better mention me. You better mention me. I see that right there. I see that big letters right there.
Mrs. Heath, make sure you have Richard sleeping on the couch tonight. You know, because this brother, screw her. I don't care. Yeah, Rick.
Kyle,
I ain't got no wife to include. I'm the only one still single.
Kyle, can you give a couple shout outs to some folks out there?
Mine is like really, they really like more. I mean, they are family. You know what I'm saying? With me, it was just like our family was so big. So I looked at it as this, not being boisterous or anything like that, or grandiose. But the fact that if I call you a friend, with all the family I got, you know what I'm saying, it's all good.
There you go.
Know what I'm saying? If I call you a friend, it got to be something really to it. But like y'all my brothers for life. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we started back from elementary school.
Oh, man.
But like I got, like you said, a couple along the way. My boy Mike at Cody or whatever.
All right.
Then, like I said, basically everybody else is like just really family.
Okay,
so it's
gotcha.
Like, my cousin Ross and Calvin and Chris and all them, this, that, and other. So it's just like, besides them and then my kids, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like y'all witnessed it.
Oh yeah.
Got a little bowling thing.
Man.
I bring a guy, and I got a whole field trip going on. So
and you know what? That's one thing I've always loved about you, Kyle. You just seriously, even back then, man. People just gravitate to you when people see God or when people see goodness, they gravitate to it. And you've been through that. You've been that during all these years, man. And when I saw that night, I mean, I already knew, but when I saw that night, them kids, they was, for Kyle, I mean, you just coming just like that, man. That's.
But then what made
cool.
me mad, and that didn't make me mad, but kind of tripped me out. I was just like, well, you know, I'm going to hang out with my boys. You know, we've been friends since elementary school, yada, 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 whatever. Oh, we want to go. I was like,
yeah, I had a good time with them.
Hey, Rich, that's the point I'm making. I'm like, y'all wasn't supposed to have a good time with them. Y'all supposed to be like, why they here? What they here for?
I was about to say that, though, but no, I'm just joking.
But the thing is, though, they talk about it to this day.
Really?
Your friends, we went bowling.
Really? Wow.
Like,
that's cool.
Yeah, so y'all made an impact on them, too, though.
And then Ken White showed up. He want to show off and hit strikes. Right. He wanted his strikes when she showed up.
We weren't married at the time.
I mean, his girlfriend at the time.
That's the only one he hit, though.
Wait a minute. See, now
who walked away with the trophy? That's all I want to know.
You know, so... So I mean, but let's just be, let's keep it real.
I got you, but let's go here though. Even with Josh though, that's my 100% man. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, that's my youngest son.
dude,
For the people that's listening, 10 years old.
Anything I want to hear about.
Brother Josh, remember our first time connected?
Buffalo
he hung with us. He hung with us at Buffalo Wild Wings. Yep.
That was able to hang. That's the killer part about it.
Had a good time.
And I definitely want to say to the both of y'all, I never told you guys, that. These brothers, when I was going through something, I had lost my first wife, and these two brothers was the ones. That's when we met up at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I had my son. That was like really my first time getting out.
Really, wow.
Because I was, in the process of still grieving.
I remember that.
But you brothers came, spoke positivity to me, and actually we had a great time that night. I enjoyed myself, so I want to give both of you guys thanks.
All right, man.
That's what I mean. That's why those things I'll never forget. Man, and that's why I say this is a brotherhood right here that can never be broken.
Yeah, see, that's why I was mentioning y'all. Anybody out there that haven't seen that movie, The Wood, check it out. The Wood. You might I'm telling you, when I first saw that movie, I was going crazy. I went in, I couldn't wait till it got on DVD. I bought that. I said, this is me. I said, this is me.
But then which character was I in? That's what I want to know. I'm trying to figure out what character was I.
I was which one? I was
he was the one that did that. What's that?
The one that.
Yep, that was me. Yep. I had to admit that was me.
Okay, I'll put you on
that one was me. Ken was the Ken was the tall one trying to convince everybody. That was him.
Stuff, dude. That's what I got. I got that.
Ken, and Kyle, you was the one. You was that one with the girls was all.
I got you.
Yeah, that was you.
What you say?
You always, yeah.
I don't want to try to school you, but then that's what it is, Doc. That's my role, baby. Say no.
He said, okay. But like I said, I got Kyle on the show. I got Ken balling with the baddest engineer in the house. I can't forget about her now. Yes, sir. Woo. All right. All right. How many minutes we got now?
15.
About 15. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. See, yeah, okay. Let me. I wish he said 5 because I need to get rid of y'all. No, I'm just joking.
Right. We know where you live at.
Oh, okay. Oh, you sure do. Dang, man. You know what? There's 2 other people I have to mention. Like I said, I thank God for that journey as I kept stepping forward. I kept meeting brothers that kept me in my place, and brothers solid. I get to college. Now I'm thinking, I get to college. I meet 2 solid brothers there, brothers for life. One, he was in my wedding. The one guy, I have to give a shout out to him. This guy here, Leon Hurt. Yes, that's my man, brother for life, another brother for life. And Devin Jenkins, this is the guy, me and him, we was sitting in the corner exchanging rap CDs. Like, Rich, man, you heard that new, yeah, man, KRS-One. Matter of fact, speaking of KRS-One, make sure tonight y'all check out the verses. The best verse going down tonight in hip hop. KRS-One versus Big Daddy Kane. Who you got tonight? Who you got?
Blast Master, no doubt.
Yes.
Big Daddy can spit,
Yeah.
But, hey, KRS-One is a legend.
Yes.
That guy.
That's true.
My philosophy, man. That's
last year, where, why, or when can only explain like instructions to a game. See, you're not insane. In fact, I'm kind of rational when I'm asking who is more dramatical, this one or that one.
See?
There we go. Let's stop.
I'm just gonna dance. That's all I got. I just got dancing.
I'm waiting for Kyle's little woo in the back.
I had to do background dancing first, though. But
it's gonna be a good one though. Kyle, who you got tonight?
It's gonna have to be KRS-One.
All right, all right.
It's a legend, man.
All right. Anybody else, man? You've definitely been out that dope, but say no.
Who you said the other one was? I was just joking.
No, but shout out though to Big Daddy is my boy though. Big Daddy Kane, he but against KRS-One, it's gonna be interesting because I got a feeling Big Daddy might throw something there, but when it's all said and done, KRS-One just going.
Yeah, somebody actually posted Big Daddy Kane. I believe it was on Funkmaster Flex, spitting. He gonna bring some fire.
Yeah,
he gonna bring some fire.
No, Big Daddy's not no joke. Now I followed him. Yeah, Big Daddy Kane, that brother. I believe. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Blastmaster still just that guy just seems, regardless of what generation comes, what decade
still relevant,
comes, that guy he's still relevant.
That guy, yes.
So he's still to this day, I believe, with the new gen. Well, I'm Xing this new generation.
please,
These
come on.
guys, these
Who are
rappers, are they rappers?
What are their names?
But you know what? Yeah, but
Are they rappers?
It's funny when I go to YouTube though. Some kids in this generation, when I go to some of his stuff on YouTube, they'll look at it and they be like, "Man, they think he knew or something." Man, this guy is. You know, I'm like, man, y'all late, man,
Exactly,
man, y'all
exactly.
just don't know,
He was a
man.
dreamy
That's
daddy's
what we
eye,
were
that's what
banging
it
back
was.
then. Yeah,
And you know one thing though, one more thing about Karis. One thing I hate, they don't give him the credit he deserves as far as because he's not. He's mainstream, but he's not mainstream.
Right.
You know, like a Jay-Z or whatever. He's been talking about the stuff that they talked about
right.
in
20-something
advance,
years ago,
and
yeah.
everything coming
So
up.
20, 30
and
years ago.
You don't hear people, you know, like, oh, you heard what Jay-Z said and blah, blah. But this guy been spitting stuff like that, man.
I mean, that's what makes him relevant, though, because he's up on the times. You know what I'm saying? He knows what's going on, so you're going to put it in some flow. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because I think about two songs I think about, you know, the one, well, even this generation know about it now, because they put it in the movie. It's so funny. It was in the movie, and my daughter was like, Dad, ain't that your boy? I heard that song. Oh, is that new? I was like, girl, please. I said, that's a song about 15, 20 years. You remember, you know, that's the sound of the police.
Yeah.
That's the sound of the beat. She heard that. She went crazy. I was like, girl, that ain't new. That's just, you know. But, yeah, you know, he was talking about stuff and that. And that song, Black Cop, that he used to have. Oh, man. Y'all
today.
Black Cop, man. If you listen to that and compare it to today, and that song was about almost 15, 20 years ago. I'm telling you. Shout out to my man Karis. Matter of fact, he coming in concert. I got to go. 2 more weeks. He coming in concert. Him, Rakim, Slick Rick, JJ Fad, and Chubb Rock.
JJ Fad.
JJ Fad.
Really?
Yep. JJ Fad and Chubb Rock. November 7th.
Chubb Rock.
I'm going. I'm there.
Get on the scene, Doc.
Y'all gonna see me in the front row like
fan.
no.
I was not long.
You ain't like Chubb Rock? Really?
I just couldn't rock with him. I couldn't rock with him, brother. I just couldn't.
He had a couple. You didn't like Treat Me Right. You didn't like that.
Treat me right.
That wasn't him. That was the girl saying that part. He was 1990. Chubb Rock jumped up on the scene with the lean and a pocket full of green.
But you know, when you know, because we didn't have, like you say, the internet, social media, and you know, and all those things, and they just used to play when they played certain songs on the radio so much.
That's it.
And got so much airplay. I just, by the third time, I was tired of it.
It made
You know, like Rob Bass.
Yeah.
It Takes Two. You know, I couldn't stand that song.
You really?
Man, the first time when I heard it, cool. Second time at a party, cool. Third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, 8 p.m.
He said 8 p.m.
right.
10, 11 o'clock p.m., you know. I'm like, even on the mixes that used to come on, you know, in 98, you know, I'm like, I'm getting sick of this song.
But you know what? I would appreciate now listening to that a couple times on the radio, know what they play now. Be like, they playing that again?
Yeah.
I kind of miss my daughter up in school because she the one that really kept me up with the new school was going on. When I used to always take her to school with her, I'd be like, who was that? And,
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I end up
don't
learning.
You feel old when you do
I've been
that,
learning
you
some
know.
of the new ones from her. And
I'm like,
but the one guy I just what was his name? He from here. I'll never at her Sweet 16 party. I got it on tape. I said you better not ever put that tape on.
from here? Big
yeah,
Sean?
the guy who sung and that's
a
my
singer?
jam. No, he a rapper. It's gonna come to me. I know they. It's gonna come to me later.
I mean,
I'm gonna
you
get
got
it.
Trick, Big Sean.
No, he a young guy. He a younger
guy.
guy, but he made the song I'll say about 2-3 years ago. Oh, the one I'm not saying the words, but he be 6 mile brick down. Oh my God, I can't think of his name. It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. Oh, I know he be like, no. He be like, I know they prayed for my downfall. I know they prayed on my downfall. I can't think of his name though for nothing. But that's what he used to say in the little of the song. But I took her to school one day and I was listening to that and she was like, Dad. She thought I was just driving because you know how like us coming from old school and seeing how hip hop evolved and it got to that point at one time you like, oh God,
it's not rapping anymore. It is not rapping.
That morning when I took her to school, she never saw my face like that listening to something like that. She was like, Dad. I'm like, I said, who's he, Monet? I was like, that song took me back for real.
Right.
I'm gonna get his name before it's over. I'm sorry, but that dude, because he went to jail, I know, and he came out and he made that song. But he's from here. I know that. Matter of fact, my daughter took a picture when he came to her school that year. She was a senior too, or whatever. But I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, I don't listen to a whole lot of rap anymore. Like you said, if I decide to listen to rap, you know, I'll pull out a lot of old school. You know, like you say, I listen to KRS-One. I was actually bumping the Fat Boys Crushing CD on YouTube about a week ago in my car, you know, so.
That's another thing you do, the beatboxer. I know I told last week on the show, I told the two young ladies I was the king of beatbox, but see, that was after you, though. That was after you. Back then, he used to do the little stuff, kind of like, you know.
I remember.
And you thought you was doing something, but, you know.
You see, Rich
I
got
took it
jokes,
to another level.
He's still trying to steal some of my stilo, you know. So I remember when we were, I think, doing a rehearsal for the Scrooge play.
Okay, yeah.
And I think at the end of it, I grabbed a microphone. I started beatboxing. Right. I had the whole auditorium.
He did.
He geeked.
I had the whole auditorium.
I remember that.
You know, so
even though me and Kyle was in the back putting up applause signs to make sure he felt good, we was like, please y'all applaud, make him feel good. Because this guy sitting up here doing something with his mouth, and y'all looking like, what is he doing? You know. No, but he did his thing though. Yeah, you did, Ken. You me and Ken used to be on the phone, listen to that first Fat Boy song. I remember Ken be on there
practicing.
Go ahead, Ken.
You're right. You're right. I was the beatboxer.
You know, one thing I wanted to ask though, going back to friendship, have you ever had experience with a friend where any friend down the line where you guys were tight, and a certain incident happened where you kind of was like, oh my God, it broke it off, but you guys still remain friends, but it wasn't like how it used to be. Was.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I mean, I ain't gonna call out no names.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to call no names.
Our friendship, in my opinion, you know, kind of deteriorated over female. You know, because I'm like this. If we're boys, you should trust me enough to know that I would never cross that line.
Gotcha.
To say, hey, you know, if you're talking to her, that's your girlfriend. I'm not gonna make a move on that, man.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm gonna respect you.
Gotcha.
You know? So, but it was. I didn't put myself in a situation where something like it happened, anything like that, nothing like that at all. But for some reason, this individual of mine, he got upset.
Wow.
You know, because, you know, I was in the same room as this girl.
Okay.
You know, and that was, if I explain, it's gonna take about 20 minutes. You know, but I was in the same room with this girl. I was in the room with this girl or whatever, you know, because another chick was trying to talk to me, and I didn't want to be bothered with her, so I went in his girl.
So he took Kyle's place.
You know, and just stayed in there, you know, and he started, you know, from what I was hearing from the chick, you know, he was upset.
Wow.
Like, but you know, I ain't do nothing but lay on this floor by your door, you know.
Wow.
I didn't do anything. We didn't. She said, I know that, but he was.
Wow.
I'm like, wow. I'm thinking like, okay, man, we've been rocking.
Right.
You know, and you would think I would do something like that to you, really? You know, so I mean, we still are friends to this day.
Yeah, got you.
You know, but like you say, that changed the whole relationship, because anytime if I feel you can't trust me, because we know as men, trust is everything. You know, and if you felt I violated that, then come talk to me. You know what I mean? If I'm your friend, come talk to me. And that way we can hash it out and you can get my side of the story on the what's and whys. But he didn't do that, man. He just kind of went and, you know, shot some venom on my name.
Wow.
You know, so, and I didn't say nothing to him. I just said, you know what? I can't argue on how this man feel.
Right.
You know, so I was mature enough not to really do what Ken used to do.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Kyle,
so,
you ever had one of those situations, man?
Actually, mine's course is on a female as well. Not say of course, but mine's on a female as well.
Of course, y'all.
But the thing is, though, what it was, man, it's not the fact that they thought I was coming on to their female or anything like that, but the fact was that the way that she treated him. You know what I'm saying? I basically told him, you know, bro, stop coming to me with this information because you're going to make me dislike her. And I hate to put it this way, even more than what I already do.
Right.
And so for some reason, that shut him off, you know what I'm saying, being cool. But like today, we're still cool, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I can't, you know,
exactly.
Gotcha.
I can't give you what she can give you no way, so I can't sit there and fuck you how you feel about me, whatever. But,
Shout out to Miss Heath. She texted me who it was. T Grizzly. That was the name of the rapper. T Grizzly. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Right.
I was at my daughter's Sweet 16 when that song came on. All her friends and I jumped in with them. Was 6 miles. Yeah. I don't want y'all to see that till y'all start cracking up. I took over. All right. We're gonna wrap it up. Man, that time went by, but like I said, man, I am grateful to have Ken and Kyle in the house today, along with the baddest engineer.
Glad to be here.
You can't get no better than that.
That's
yeah.
man.
In 30 seconds or less, can you leave the people with some last words? 30 seconds or less.
Well, as you heard, for far as friendship, like I say, just stay committed and dedicated. Be open with one another. And, have that person back regardless. Like I say, if they're wrong, you correct them in privacy, and always just be there for the individual,
Gotcha.
And don't, like they say, backstab anybody. And there's a misunderstanding. Should be able to communicate amongst each other.
All right, Kyle.
Mine is just basically love is really extremely important because the fact of the matter that I love these two guys like they are really my blood brothers, but love is extremely important as far as having friendships as well, though.
All right. I heard it there. And like I said, I'm so proud to have you guys and your journey in life. And we got to get together soon. It's, our time. But I want to thank you. You guys going to be back. We got to have part 2 of this. For real. And we're going to go into some deep. We're going to go into some deep. I know we joked around today. I mean, that's normal, but we're going to get into some deep subjects or whatever. Okay. But I am so glad to have them two today. Thank you, Kier, Kyle, Bass Engineer.
Thank you.
This is Ballin' with Rich. You know how we do it. We being active, living life, ignoring negativity. That's what we do here. Amen. And I will see you guys next week from 5 to 6, another episode. Glad to have my brothers here. Yes, sir. And we are out, y'all. Peace.